Guys, I kind of have no choice. I'm stripping the bike more and more than I thought. But it is the right thing to do. When Rabjab becomes the voice of reason, you have to ask yourself, what's going on? Rabjab today is the voice of reason. It's a lot of work, Rabjab. It's a lot of work.
In the future, you sell it for big money.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know what big money is, really.
4 or 5 grand is nothing, that is.
I mean, free. I think you'd get free quite quickly. I think you get free.
So one thing, yeah, all you do is pay the insurance for charging for this bike. What costs you about 30, 40 quid a year?
Yeah, I think it was 60 a year, Rabjab. I think
that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Alright guys, I'm going to shut the camera off now because I'm doing lots of scuffing and silly little bits, which isn't that interesting. This is really hard work, guys. I mean, it's a lot of cleaning, it's a lot of sanding, it's going to be a lot of taping. It don't look smooth, but it has been sanded, cleaned. It's a lot of work, but it's work that has to be done. I'm not sure what a better way of doing this would have been. Actually, when you got this far, it would have been tempting to remove the wheels, remove the shocks, remove the swing arm, and send it off to powder coat. Actually, it's close enough to be able to do that. Not really, Rabjab. Not if I've done all the work. Actually, dipping and powder coating, you get such a lovely finish.
Do that, Joe.
And then you get the wheel refurbished. Yeah, but I don't want to. That's not what this channel's about, though. I want to get what I can get done at my garage and have this a usable bike for me. So I'm going to continue like this. Actually, don't get me wrong, I'm looking for one consistent colour with no rust, but I'm thinking about ultimate smoothness. If you dip this, you could keep stripping this now, dip it, powder coat it, get the swing arm done, everything else. It would be stunning if you were doing this properly. And actually, guys, the strip down, if I'm being honest, has been fairly quick. It's been fairly quick. Right, I think we've got bits of rain coming down, so I'm going to push it into there, put the lights on. We'll have to do some spraying in there. Stuff like that as well. I'm going to put some clear coat on at the right time. All of that I'm going to scuff and paint and put some clear coat on at the right time. So it's all a bit of a process now. Remember, much of this frame isn't going to be seen. Yeah, much of it isn't going to be seen. We're only really focusing on the bits that will be. But don't get me wrong, I'm painting the whole thing, but actually I don't need to worry too much. So the more I do this, the more bodgy it is, but it's an at-home frame spray job. The newspaper's just to stop overspray. Think about what your spraying angles if you're trying to avoid anything. I'm not now. I'm just apart from kind of up here. So what I'm saying is when I'm spraying up here, I'm going to think about my spraying angles so that it doesn't go, but I will put some paper up there as well. Yeah, not the right way to do it, but a way of doing it. And if you're like me and you like to get things done at home, this is it. I mean, I can't believe I'm sitting here with a stripped bike and an engine out. I'm a bit shocked, actually. It's all been a bit quick this morning. I weren't sure if I was going to follow through with this one. And sitting over there is quite a nice looking bloody Chinese bike. I don't know how and when we got there, Rabjab.
I don't know. We just last week basically we did
the batteries. Yeah, you're right. Actually, last week we hammered away.
Time working on that.
Okay, guys. That's it. That's all the coats. Don't go near it because I touched it by mistake. You can see it matting there, but that don't matter because it's going to be cleared. Me and Rabjab are just going to get some lunch.
My nice professional.
But it has done what it was meant to do. It has you know, it's clean. It's clean. Again, if you wanted to do this properly, it'd be powder coated, it'd be stripped down to frame, metal and powder coated. But this is clean.
It's gonna look nice, especially in the summertime. You get out.
20 minutes, half an hour to dry-ish, and then we'll get the some clear on it. Let's hope it don't rain. You won't necessarily see it, but first coat of clear is on there. I really don't like the way it sprays. That Simmons. The thing is, it says it's oil and petrol proof. That means it will be a pretty good thick one. But yeah, it sprays horribly. It's almost foamy. I was meant to get the 2K, the premix, but not the premix, the mix yourself one. But in a way, it's kind of a rushed project. This 10 minutes to let that kind of settle, and then same thing again, blitz it over again. Probably going to do 5 coats because they're quite thin, guys. When you spray from a can, it comes out quite thin. The first one should be layered on fairly gently, really, as well. The first one should be kind of, the first 2 or 3 should be dust. You should dust it so it falls into all the right places, and then you go on thick. But that kind of doesn't let you dust in a way. It's a bit weird. So yeah, a couple more coats, and the frame should look much better. I think I'll be able to push it in there, leave it aside. I need to get the Harley out ready for tomorrow. I'll put that at the back. I'll put the Harley closer. But saying that, I'd be really silly not to use this time now to prep, clean and spray the engine. It's sitting there, and that means next weekend I'd be able to put it all back together. So I'm going to have a bit of a look at the engine now, put the lights on, and we'll see what we can do while I'm waiting 10 minutes between coats here. So at this stage, I'm not putting any more clear coat on the CB. That's it. Yeah. Some of it appears to be reacting. Look, that's really annoying. It's kind of lightly reacting, but it should settle down while drying, hopefully. So, slight dilemma for me. I don't like the colour. Wabjab, Sultan.
No, I don't like it.
It's too dull, isn't it? I mean, I can put some clear on it. I'm going to have to put some clear on it.
Let it dry and put some clear on it.
Yeah, you're right.
Could put some glitter on it and a bit of
Sultan's here, everyone, by the way. It's been a while, Sultan.
Yeah.
Don't say anything silly. Just hello.
Like,
How are you?
How you doing?
How's life? Life's busy.
Bit busy, but yeah.
Yeah, look, it's a bit dull. I think it's a bit matte. And that is high temperature engine paint, so... But it needs some, that needs some gloss. I've got some, I'm going to put it on. Yeah. Alright, Rabjab, you're right. I'll wait 20 minutes. I'll put a couple of coats on. Give it a bit of gloss. Because otherwise it's going to look silly. Yeah. That's it. That's the WK's the last one, really.
We fixed that last week. We done the wiring.
Johnny Wicks. Johnny Wicks.
John Wick.
John Wick. I still don't know about this. It's just too dull. I'm going to do a few light coats of I'm concerned it bubbles though. What is this? Is this acrylic? It must be. Let's have a look. It needs to be a little bit shiny. It needs something. I'm going to put a couple of coats on. CB, hopefully it dries okay. Hopefully it doesn't bubble up. There were bits and pieces of bubbling, but nothing overly worrying. It is actually a much nicer solid coat. Apologies about the light. I wanted it to be better. I just don't aim for perfection. I can't do perfection. But it was so easy to strip down. It is tempting to get it stripped, or even just to strip it myself all the way down to frame first and then back up again. Alright guys, wrapping up. We did so much today. Yeah, definitely looks better with a bit of shine. Definitely. Very happy with that. Frame. I'm happy that it's more consistent from a colour point of view and there's no rust on it now. I'm happy with it. Looking at it, I'm happy with it. And not going to be here tomorrow because we're at the motorcycle show. So, next weekend we'll be maybe putting it back together. I do need to get some original handlebars for it in chrome. and I will be looking at, in fact tomorrow I'll talk to people about the refurbishment of the wheels, because that will make a big difference. And I reckon there's a bunch of parts that I could get chromed if I wanted to, like side plates, even all of this stuff could get it chromed maybe. So I'm going to look into all of that, but for now that's it. I'm wrapping up. This hasn't doesn't look like it's interacted badly with the paint. It looks good. Very, very happy with that. So yeah, great. Let me know what you think. I know it's a bit bodgy. I know it's done in a garage or outside a garage, but
I have one question. Where was this flexibility when you came?
if it makes the bike look better, it makes the bike look better. Do drop a like. Do write a comment. A couple of videos back, I asked you guys to put more likes in, and it went over 100, which is brilliant, and that's so handy and helpful. And actually, the money went up 4 or 5 quid in one day, just because 50 extra people put a thumbs up. So, if you're watching anyway, may as well drop a like.